Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be an Asos haul, and for the first time I'm going to share with you some maternity pieces that I've got. Now if you're not pregnant, don't click away because there are things that aren't maternity range, and whatever there is in maternity I will also link the normal sizes for you, the size range for you. I'm currently 27 weeks pregnant and I'm in my third trimester, so I'm literally living in denim maternity jeans or leggings. The first thing I'm going to start with is this Asos cord jacket. Now there's two items in this haul that are cord because cord is a pretty big deal at the moment. I loved the colour of this. This one is not maternity and I got it in my normal size. If you want to know any of the sizings, please look in the description box below where you will also find links to every item. This is super warm and cozy, however it's not too fitted. Some of the ones I've seen are really quite fitted and that's just not the look that I'm going for, being quite pregnant at the moment. So this one, I thought it was the kind of shirling all inside, but it's not, it's just along the front, but that's perfect because it still fits over my knitwear, which is just what I wanted. The sleeves are also really loose, which means again, perfect for over knitwear. Ideally for me, because of my pregnancy, I will not be wearing it done up. The collar is also a nice detail because you can wear the collar up to keep you nice and snug. I love the two-tone of camel and beige together, and it looks so expensive for £48. It looks a lot more expensive, I think, personally. So the next piece of cord that I got, which is again not maternity, I got this Asos cord jumpsuit. Now, it looks a lot darker. The colour with the black jumper that I tried it on with doesn't really do it justice. I would actually now wear this with a more camel polo neck or something lighter to really complement the berry colour. This was a risky buy for me because I have been trying to keep buying normal clothing, but the mistake I've been making is I haven't been going up a size. So with this, I was really unsure. I knew it wasn't fitted and I knew it had a zip detail on the back. Therefore, I went up a size. So this fits over my bump quite perfectly. It's not too tight, but it's also not baggy. The only downfall for me is that it means it's longer on the leg, just probably by a few inches, but I'm only 5 foot. So for me, I always would have to wear heels with this because none of my ankles show whatsoever. The quality of this is incredible. It's a Dungarees style, it's really laid back, it's very risky. I know not many people will like this item, but for me, I love it. I love the straps, so they're just like a rope effect strap. There's quite a lot of rope as well. I would definitely put the ties closer to the back so that they're not seen from the front. I think personally for a maternity piece this is great, paired with even trainers. If you're taller than me then you will get away with this a lot more than I will. This was £45 and I think it is worth every single penny because it's beautiful and it's something that you probably won't have in your wardrobe already. Next up we have the first piece of maternity in this haul. These are the Asos Wrigley maternity jeans and they're in Petite. They're also in normal and you can get them in not maternity and you can get them in tall, so I will link some down below. These were £28 and I have to say they are the best maternity jean that I have worn so far. They sit just right on the bump. It's probably because they are petite. I did go down a size in these because I found that when I stuck to my normal size they were a little bit loose on the bottom and I had to wash them every time I wore them just to keep them really snug and tight fitted. These fit beautifully. The only downfall with the petite maternity on Asos is you can't choose your leg length. Therefore I have had to roll them up at the bottom a little bit. It's not too bad when it is unrolled, but just for my own comfort and my own style preference, I have rolled them up. There is a button which doesn't follow with a zip, so it's just a button, but it means that the ease of getting into them is a lot better. The stretch over the bump is incredible. It's so comfy and I'm really glad I went down a size in these because they fit snug. So the ones I showed you before were the blue mid-wash Wrigley jeans, and next up we have this Asos maternity jean, again in Wrigley. The only difference with this pair is it doesn't have the elasticated bump detail, so it sits a lot lower. Again, I went down a size in them, but these feel a lot more tighter than the blue ones, funny enough. I actually fell over putting them on because they were so tight, but once they're on, they feel perfect. Again, I got them in petite also, but the leg length is perfect and does not need to be turned up. I think these are more kind of an ankle brazier style, whereas the others are a normal leg length. These were a little bit cheaper than the mid-wash ones. These were £25. Next up, I got a maternity necessity, I would call it. So you can't be pregnant and not wear dungarees. I think it's such a cliche, but I think they are super comfortable, and I fully understand now why people wear them when they're pregnant. I got these Asos black ones. They also do come in blue, which I would have preferred, but they didn't have my size left. I'll link the blue ones in case they do come back in stock, which I'm sure they will. Another downfall is that they didn't come in petite. So the leg length is long, but I can roll them up quite a lot on the leg, and because they're not tight fitted, it looks really laid back, really casual, and will go lovely with a pair of trainers and a t-shirt underneath. What I didn't know about them is that on the sides they had a free option kind of button fastening, and this is perfect because it means I was able to wear them on the third one, making it really tight on my waist, but the bump still had like room. And then obviously as I get bigger, I can expand the sizes, which is really, really great. They were £42, and I think for a dungaree that is such a good price because you can pay around that price for just a pair of jeans, whereas this one you're getting practically a full outfit. So I think that's a really, really good price. Size-wise, I went down a size because I knew that they were quite oversized and they were not in petite. Then, moving away from denim, we have what I have been living in, jumpers. And jumper dresses also. So this is the Asos Petite ribbed jumper dress, and I liked it because it has this kind of detailing along just under the chest. It kind of gives the bump some detail. So although this isn't maternity, it is just normal. It means that it will just sit like over the bump and kind of show the illusion that there is actually a bump there. I think adding a belt to it is perfect. This can be worn with over-the-knee boots, or how I wore it with trainers. In terms of fit, it's a really loose fit. So that was £30, and it was a lot shorter on the model, on the Asos model. Then we have one of my favourite items out of the haul, and that's this jumper. This is the Asos chunky jumper. Personally, it's not very chunky. It's quite a lightweight jumper. I love the stripes and the colours. It's got some grey tones and a little bit of pink. I'm not normally a pink wearer. This one was £32, and I went down a size in this because the mistake I have been making is I have been oversizing in jumpers that aren't maternity. Now, to throw a little bit of maternity knitwear into the mix, we have this Asos grey maternity jumper that was £22, and I love it. I personally don't know the difference between maternity and normal ranges. So this I got in my normal size. The V-neck isn't too much. Your chest isn't on show, which I like. It's just a nice detail to have, but not too much. I think this is a really nice basic to have in my wardrobe because I am finding myself swaying so much more to knitwear than I have ever before. So that is everything. That is some Asos Petite and some Asos Maternity all in one haul. I have no idea what I'm going to call this haul. If you're not a subscriber already, please don't forget to subscribe because I do upload 3 times a week. So I will see you in my next video. Bye!